to see you again, fam. Not a lot going on in the NFL right now. It's that time of year when it's like they park it. Other guys are going on vacation, doing other things. I mean, fam, we got to talk football. You know what I'm saying? I get it. And I thought to myself, there's a couple of things going on, but there's nothing more fun than talking about the Rams and how they just absolutely suck. Oh, God, it gives me. I feel all pumped up every time I'm talking about the Rams. And it has nothing to do with the Rams. In fact, let's talk about this for a second. I don't really hate the Dallas Cowboys as a team. I don't hate the Rams team. Hell, I didn't, back when we were talking about the Seahawks all the time, I didn't even hate the Hawks team. It's their friggin' fans. And now that we've met, and all it took is one or two Hawks fans. Matty Ice won't agree with me, but all it takes is one or two Hawks fans to like Eric. And all of a sudden, I feel neutralized. Ever since we had Richard Sherman come over, I realized anything we may have thought, any preconceived notions we may have had about certain people in the Emerald City may have been misguided. I've changed my tone on hate. I ain't a hater anyway, so it's like easy for me to give it up. Dallas Cowboys, I have more sympathy for them than I do anything else. Jerry Jones is an idiot. And as he gets older, he gets a little more senile, he gets more stupid, he gets more crazy, he refuses to believe that he is not the driving force behind any successes that may happen in Dallas, Texas. But he keeps doing it, and it makes fun for us. Because the Cowboy fans, you got, God. Okay, let me stop with that. Smooth, I need to know everything you can tell me about Mychel Williams. Because I don't understand, man. Niners vs. Rams 2025, we'll get all into that. And anything else you want to bring to the table tonight, fam, it's okay. Do it. 49ers under pressure, though, to win NFC West. Lots of it. Because of certain things that have fallen into a place to give us an advantage. And if we don't take advantage of the advantage, that's going to be bad at the end of the season. And the analysts continue not to believe in Mychel Williams. After the Niners 2024 very forgettable, and I mean very forgettable season, everything being said about San Francisco nowadays is prefaced with the term must. We must win the West. We must win the NFC. We must go to the Super Bowl. And you better, God. Ooh. Oh, it's scary. The pressure is like, the 49ers are going to look like a bunch of diamonds out there at the end of the year. It's going to be, the pressure's so great. It's as if the entire Santa Clara facility had explosives buried underneath the ground with somebody said the finger on the detonator. A 2025-26 failure means they will be detonated immediately after the Super Bowl in Santa Clara. That, as I mentioned, the Niners must be participating in, and they must win. It's crazy. You know what? I'm not going through this whole season with that kind of stress. I'm going to relax and enjoy the games. If we lose, we lose, but we'll rebound. The record's still going to be way over 500. I feel seriously good about that. But come on, man. Super Bowls just aren't something everybody just wins. In spite of what Rudy's like, that's a lot of modern day Super. It took him 70 years. His team 70 years to win a second Super Bowl. So he's the last person that's going to talk to me about winning Super Bowls in any modern era, any place else. So that's how the emphasis I'm trying to put here is Super Bowls are not easy to win. Whoever started that lie, other than other than Tom Brady and Patrick Mahomes, after that everybody else can shut the hell up. Okay, the Rams are supposedly the biggest threat though for the Niners' ownership of the division in the months ahead for us, fam. Also, NFL writers and analysts are still predicting Mychel Williams to fail starting from this September. Why? To the Niners phones we go to assert confidence or not regarding the 2025-26 schedule, duel between 49ers and the Rams. I'm sorry. Also have NFL talking heads convicted Mychel Williams way too soon as a bust. Why? I'm going to go down through some things that they believe real quick. Okay. Let's start with how it's not even fair, though. It's not even fair to judge Mychel Williams right now anyhow. See, this is another thing I don't understand. I understand NFL writers don't have anything else to do. This is our rookie, and NFL writers need to be held accountable when they're pretty much way out of line. This is just ridiculous. When you first hear that kind of bias, you say, damn, okay. But then isn't it amazing how they pique your interest because they're that good, the writers are, to put some doubt in your mind, just a little bit. And fam, I don't care if it's quite part of the NFL season. Please report analyst Brent Sobleski. This is not the first time Sobleski's taken a shot at the 49ers. He's got to think about it, right? He's been looking for things to write up recently and identified 6 first-round draft picks with potential to be a disappointment in 2025. His list included Niners first-round pick, Mychel Williams. Brent. To be fair, Sobleski isn't claiming that Williams won't develop into a key contributor over the course of his career. But if you're like me, you're not trying to hear this. For the past few years, all we've witnessed. This is what you become shell-shocked, man. We have witnessed failure after failure at the DE. And don't you want to be just left alone about this, fam? I don't. I mean, maybe Sobleski doesn't realize he's hitting a sore spot, right? I mean, this is and especially occurring this year. I mean, Sobleski's list simply highlights players who may not make a significant impact right away. Okay, maybe that could apply to a lot of rookies. Push that away. But then he goes on to say, the idea of Mychel Williams is far more intriguing than the actual player, quote. What does that even mean? Okay, Sobleski points out that Williams entered last season as a dark horse candidate to rise to the number 1 overall pick. While that didn't happen, 49ers saw enough from Williams to select him at number 11 overall and even attempted unsuccessfully to trade up to ensure they landed him as well. Now, see, I believe in our people nowadays. I really do. If the 49ers say he's going to be all that, the chances are 70-30 at minimum. Williams' switch from an interior defender to full-time edge defender was part of the reason behind the lofty projection, but that sounds at least feasible. I know about the 70-30 thing. There has been some fails. I know. Javon, the kid we got at SC, Drake Jackson, even the kid we reached for from Georgia, which is a factory for defensive ends, they're just not that special. I know. But we got Williams in the first round. Was about to trade up to get him. I have a good feeling about this. And Sobleski wrote, it happened, quote, it happened to a degree that though the defensive lineman still found himself lined up in the 4-eye, that's inside shoulder of the offensive tackle. And quite often, his sack numbers didn't dramatically increase either. To be fair, Williams dealt with a high ankle sprain that he suffered in Georgia's first game of the 2025 campaign, unquote. This is the thing where all these writers that say, well, the 49ers reached for that first round pick. Mychel Williams, he's okay, but he ain't anything special. Dude, this dude played an entire season on a bad ankle. Hell, I'm going to give him some love for that. I am. And he did a decent job. Not a great job, but a decent job. If anybody's had just a regular, I've only had a regular ankle sprain. And I wanted to be given some hemlock and just let me go. The pain was incredible. The ankle swelled up like a watermelon. Every time I stood up, I thought I'd been shot in the leg. It's a really bad thing. And high ankle sprains are worse. Are you kidding me? Oh, Williams pushing through that injury spoke volumes about his toughness. And Coach Shanahan revealed that he was impressed with Williams during pre-draft evaluations, even before learning that he had played through a painful setback. Shanahan said this back in April, quote, and then you hear that stuff, and you're like, all right, that says a lot about his character. Duh, yeah. He goes on to say how tough he can play, that he only missed 2 games because of it. Fam, Fred Warner, one of the reasons why Fred Warner is who he is because this is Fred Warner-esque. Fred played last year on a bad, his ankle was broke, and he's still out there making plays. Oh, It ain't broke no more. Fred. I'm looking for another HOF season from Fred Warner. Meanwhile, a fact goes on about Mychel, but also the fact that I know he is not healthier either all the time, because I know how much high ankle sprains linger. And so when you see that and knowing he's playing through that, I look at that as a huge bonus. You damn right, Kyle. You're damn right. He's a beast. He's got the character we're looking for. Bring him on. It was the right move. And also Bleacher Report, who has to think about the 49ers, Matt Holder, another non-believer, wrote in his scouting report of Williams. The Georgia product has some work to do as a pass rusher, though. Right now, he'll occasionally win with pure strength and athleticism, and he has the quickness and general movement skills to develop. However, this use of hands is subpar, as offensive tackles often make the first significant contact and thwart his moves before they can get started. Williams has flashed a solid long arm and ability to win with power, but he lacks a go-to move that he can win with in the NFL. Fam, worrisome, right? No, it's not. You know why? If you're a scout, let's say you and me are out looking at some school and we're watching the guys out there. I check off all those things that this idiot just said, right? All of them, check. Why in the bleep am I worried about what he's going to... I'm bringing him in because he's raw material that's got all kind of upside. Guys don't come in out of college all the time. Nick Bosa's a freak of nature. You're going to find all those kind of guys every year. Myles Garrett is beyond the freak of a nature. Myles Garrett, I believe, is an alien. And the men in black have to be looking for him. But the thing I'm saying here is, you look at the good aspects of this guy, and if he's got lots upside, you bring him in, you work with him, you coach him up. You don't have a lot. You got the clay you need to work with. Let's go. So these guys at Bleacher Report are just spinning their freaking wheels and playing with our intelligence. You got what? Oh. But Slabesky does at least acknowledge that Williams' development as a pass rusher is still in its early stages. See, that's what I'm saying. You know, don't pay these guys no mind. He cleaned that up before I got into him like I wanted to. And why not? He'll benefit from lining up alongside one of the best defenders in the game. He's out there with Nicky B. You don't think Nick's going to show him some techniques? You don't think Nick's going to do the best he can to make sure that his teammate is doing the best job he can possibly do right now? And in a few weeks... But I got Bryce Huff over there anyway to come off the edge. I just want him to learn and eat up that run, and he will. I ain't worried. Don't you be worried. Bleacher Report, shut up. Right? Sableski says he'll be great. He'll be a run defender. But the kid's just 20 years old and will need time to hone his craft for a year or two. Stop. Okay. Fam, Javon Jennings. This is something we've known for a couple of years, though. But he's finally got an accolade for it. He's named amongst the NFL's top safety black and wideouts for quarterbacks under pressure, providing invaluable for Brock P. Fam, you know, every time last year I had already started worrying about JJ. Fam, can we afford to keep him? It's looking now like the 49ers are going to have to make a decision next year to let him walk. And you know what we're going to be talking about, don't you? Now, we have no business doing it. But next year, if given a choice and we all went into a room and had to vote, you know what I'm going to say? JJ versus BA. What are you going to do? How you going to vote? I'll leave that right there. I'll ask you. You can jump on that during the course of when I get to the phone. But wait. Here we go. In the betting odds for the 2025 season before things get started, the closest division race, it appears to be in the NFC West, us. But the Niners are the slightest of favorites over the Rams, thanks in large part to the 49ers' last place schedule. The Niners are currently the betting favorites to win the NFC West at plus 165 in Vegas, while the Rams are just behind them at plus 175. Now, fam, to be completely honest, those odds don't necessarily mean the Niners are viewed as the better team. And they may not be. We have a lot of people that need to go out there and demonstrate, because we got a lot of youngsters who just picked up. They need to go out there and show that they belong in a 49er uniform. They need to go out there, and one of the prerequisites of being a 49er is to be able to go out there and just hand the Rams their friggin' ass, to beat up the Rams every time you see them. Much like Debo did in his first year when he came. Much like Nick did in his first year when he came. There's a lot of guys that get Fred came in, owned the Rams. One of the things that you'll be told when you get out of the locker room, listen, what we do around here is we beat the Rams, all right? Don't go out there and do nothing to embarrass us. Beat that hornhead ass, all right? And then we'll look at you as an equal. That's the way it is. The Rams aren't behind the 49ers in history because we just lucked out. No, that was by design. We beat the Rams' ass because we're designed to beat that ass. It's got to be. And they will lay down this year, again, getting things back to normal. This is why coming in every year, when we get injured, I get scared to death, because it means we're going to fall off. The injury-riddled Niners finished last in the NFC West last year, and the Rams finished first. That's the only reason why that happened. That is the only reason why that happened. You and I both know that. Which awarded the Niners a big edge, though, in the NFL scheduling formula, which determines 3 opponents for each team. The scheduling formula means the Niners get to play the last place teams in NFC North, East, and AFC North from last season. Those 2 teams are the Bears. You know what? Boy, fam, don't get excited about beating the Bears. They've made some changes over there, and I'm not sure what's going to happen there. I mean, I feel smooth. I'm just saying. Don't be thinking that's going to be a cakewalk. Do we have to play in that cold-ass place? The Giants and Browns, oh, Myles Garrett. I have bad dreams about Myles Garrett. The Giants, I don't know what to think about the Giants. The early lines, though, do have the Niners favored in all 3 of those games. Meanwhile, back in Ram City, they play the first-place teams in those divisions. They got to play the Lions. And Saquon can't wait. Saquon was actually probably Saquon probably. Boy, if I ain't in the lead for the league lead for yards before that week, I'm gonna get it that week. 200 yards. I got this. And the Ravens. I wouldn't wish that schedule. You know I would. I would say I wouldn't wish that schedule on anybody. Rams, I would wish it on you. Bleep you. The Rams are already underdogs in all 3 of those games to begin with. In a close division, those 3 games could be the difference and could help the 49ers move from worst to first in the NFC West in a heartbeat. Also, if healthy, the duo of both Saleh and Shanahan. Fam, McVay and Chris Shula, come on, man. Robert Saleh's been beating up on McVay for how long? And who is Chris Shula? Man, please. I mean, you going to go up against Kyle Shanahan? I don't think so. I'm looking forward to that. I mean, I really am. If for no other reason but that, we just can't get injured. I can't see McCaffrey sitting on the bench in all kind of pain. And although that running back that we picked up, they say he's actually he could be a candidate for Rookie of the Year? Really? What's his name? Jordan James. Smooth. Give me. Let me get the phone. They're smooth now. Smooth. Get in there, man. Cause he's so smooth. Smooth, what's up, fam?
Yeah, man. I see you got the goddamn outside media out the San Francisco city limits going in on you.
Tell you, man.
You got them under your skin, bro. I told you, bro. We get players that fit our system, bro.
That's the lead into your point about Mychel later.
You had these out-of-state reporters don't know nothing about the Niners, speculating. They don't know nothing about the Niners, bruh. And about Williams, brother, Mychel Williams, they don't know nothing about him. He played with an ankle injury all full season, and they moved him around all over the line. He wasn't at one spot on the line, on one bum leg. Just like, let me finish, just like Bryce Huff, when he was with the Eagles, and he didn't fit their system, and they moved him all around. Solid bringing these players in that he won't. Huff played under Solid. Solid got an eye for talent, bruh. He bring the best out of the players. We don't bring players in just to bring them in and they a bust. Them days are gone, man.
Detroit versus everybody.
Fuck Detroit. Them players is gone, bruh. Them players is gone.
Detroit and everything about Detroit. I'm out.
Fuck Detroit. Win the Super Bowl. Then talk to me.
Yes, at least one.
Yeah, but man, hey, bruh. Man, stop listening to these reporters, bruh. They need me on ESPN and all this, man. So I shut their ass down. Don't know nothing about the Niners. And the thing about it, what's so sad about it, I know about all 32 teams, and I'm just a fan.
I love it.
All 32 teams I know about. Ask me anything about the Rams, I'll break it down to you like they're the Niners, bruh.
Hey, exactly what I want you to do right now, because I want to know.
I want to know how the trash is.
Do they match up in any way favorable other than they did last year? Because they weren't supposed to beat us last year, but we had enough people out, and Ronnie Bell and Debo were on their way out anyway. So what are you thinking?
Right now, the Rams is in the hole with $50 million, $56 million.
Again?
And their salary cap right now, they have $20,223,000 and 901. That's what they have right now.
Uh-huh.
They can't make no move. They made a big move by giving the future Hall of Famer Devontae Adams, all that money.
Yeah.
To go along with Puka.
Yeah.
Their offensive line, bruh, we go eat. Niners defense go eat this line, bruh.
Word?
I'm looking at the offensive line, man. They have the best tackle that they have right now is Alex Jackson. He's questionable going in. He got blood clots, so he's questionable.
Poor guy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. So
then you have Steve Abel, the left guard. You know, and but Boston and them go eat. They go eat, bro. They still got their running back, Kyron Williams. They still got him. Yeah. You know. But he ain't gonna be able to run up that middle against CJ. Yeah. He's small, bro. He ain't no big power back.
I know.
Even if he was, he ain't going too far, going through that line. And if he try to break to it outside, you gonna have Huff right there.
Yeah.
You run to the right side, you gonna have Nick right there.
Yeah. And at the middle, CJ West is waiting. This makes sense. If they're hurting that offensive line.
And then we gonna kill it. We gonna kill it secondary. You know who they got at the starter?
Who?
Left corner.
Do tell.
Keller Witherspoon.
Oh no, I forgot about Spoon. He's still over there. I thought Spoon left.
Man, look, they got him, man. Man, they got him. I got the starting depth chart going in 2025. They got him as a starter. Boy, he gonna get burnt. Whoever we put on his ass.
He wasn't terrible last year, but he wasn't all that great. Yeah.
He ain't got the speed to keep up with what we have. He's gonna be grabbing and pulling like he did when he came in before. Everybody was mad at his ass. Damn, why you pulling, getting flags and shit?
Put
gonna
that
be the same thing.
His jersey right off the top. Then
he may be good against other teams. He may be good against other opposing receivers, but not our squad. We the squad, bro.
I do love it.
And I ain't being biased. I'm just keeping it 100. If we were shit, I say we shit, and we need to get this and we need to get that.
Yes.
I'm keeping it 100.
Yes, you is.
The Rams, I got them going 10-7, or the best 12-5, but they're not going to win the NFC West. Soon the Rams start kicking ass for other teams. Oh, look at the Rams. But they haven't played us. Wait till they put on the pass against us when we go to our home stadium in L.A.
Our second facility.
Our house.
Yeah.
See a red.
No, I like that. If the 49ers aren't hurt, That's why I said, even last year when the 49ers were just tired and worn out, they lost that game to the Rams both by marginal scores. A 3-point, a 2-point. It wasn't anything. They got away because of stupid mistakes in the fourth quarter. So I'm not feeling bad about that. I fully agree.
We going to be murdering teams, bruh. And like I said, remember I was telling you about Pinnock?
Yeah.
It came out today. They're going to have him going in as a starter. Forget he played under Robert Saleh.
I had a feeling that was going to happen. I got a
Robert
problem with
Saleh
that.
boy.
Yeah.
That boy is very athletic. He don't grab a hole. He's a hitter. He's smart. He's a veteran. He can read.
Smooth.
Read opposing offenses. Huh?
Pinnock Pinnock was starting versus where's Jair going to be?
He a safety. He gonna be a safety. He gonna come in for Mustafa.
What have you heard about Mustafa? Is Mustafa going to make opening day?
Quasi kept. He's on pace.
Oh!
No news. Remember that saying? Remember the OG saying? Only OGs know this saying. Remember what that saying is? No news is good news.
I know. I was waiting because I'm glad you brought him up because I wanted to ask you about that today. Smooth, we
I
got
don't
to
care
go.
what nobody say about the Niners, bro. I know about my team, man.
I love it.
Ever since 1975. Come on, man.
Yeah. We got to
Don't
go,
get me
fam.
started.
I want to get you started. I'll be back, in fact, Friday to get you started up again.
Break 105, OG Sucker City know what it is. The baby. I'm out.
It's sucker free. Night Smooth.
All day, every day. I'm out.
That's why
Shout out to the family, my fans.
You got plenty of them, too. Thanks, fam.
Oh, yeah. All my brothers in the faithful, they know who they are. All right. And the staff. Okay, I'm out.
That's Smooth. It's energizing to talk about the Rams, ain't it? But we got payback is going to be a biatch because the fact of the matter is, like I said, last year they slid by the 49ers, not because they beat us, because we beat us. And they got to get the win. Do you realize if they wouldn't have won those two games, they may have not been in the playoffs to embarrass the entire NFC West? Well, no, maybe they didn't embarrass it. But if they hadn't I guess if Saquon Barkley wasn't involved, maybe the clown posse might have made it. Hey, Matty S. Get out in here, man.
I see Don Burr in the chat, and all I got to say to Don Burr is it's a line from Top Gun. It goes something like, the flag for the alternates is in the ladies' room, bro. Like, get on out of here.
We get those kind of people, Matty. Look at the Rams. They got 2 titles, and they're talking like they're one of the greatest, the world beaters of all time. Oh, you guys can't get a modern day trophy. Like that hole's in the ice, right? So, and then Don Burr's running around. He has he has the most comical franchise in NFL history. But although, Matty, they've had some huge names, but that makes it worse. You guys have had some really quality talents down through the years. Hall of Famers, legendary names. Everybody knows about Billy. You know
True.
what? And they still can't hold up a single Lombardi. So, Donnie,
nope,
ain't
crazy.
nobody worried about you, boy.
But their fans go hard though, bro. Their fans go hard even when they're really down and out. So I kind of give them a little bit of credit, man.
Yeah,
they're real delusional, like the Raiders are.
Yeah, Cleveland. These are places that
Cowboys.
Yeah, but the Cowboys got some hardware. That's why I don't like them.
They're just
worse.
They're just nuts.
Man.
They'll say next year is their year. It's like, it's never your year, man. It's never going to be, not until Jerry's dead.
Matty, Mychel and Smooth laid it all out clearly, and I'm glad he did. People don't know anything about what Robert Saleh and Kyle Shanahan are doing 90% of the time. And then there are those who say, well, hell, Shanahan doesn't know what he's doing 90% of the time either. I'm not going to argue with that because there are some times I do question what Kyle does, but I do still believe he's one of the better coaches in NFL history as far as laying out the X's and O's.
Versus everybody.
Don, we heard you the first time.
You got me too.
And the thing is, I like that point. Saleh knows what he needs to work in his system. I do love the thought of that, and it's
Well,
been
I
effective.
agree with Smooth on he motivates.
Yeah.
He's a motivator, dude.
Yeah.
He spots talent, even some more raw talent, man. And he's able to just squeeze more juice out of some of these guys, and maybe somebody else might not be able to.
Okay.
And then on top of that, man, you're on the 49ers, so it's not like you're on it's not like you're on a bum team like the Cowboys, and you're not going to go anywhere in the playoffs.
Manny, the Cowboys are probably going to be better this year. I see it finally coming. But anyway, the thing
Yeah.
is, now you've got players in play out there. I didn't know about this guy, Pinnock, before he came in. Now, I guess it's going to be Pinnock. I don't know. Pinnock's probably going to be the center fielder. Smooth and how big is Pinnock? I don't know if he's going to be a box. If Mustafa comes back, I don't think I'd put Mustafa. No, I'll put him in the box. He's quick. And put Pinnock probably in center field. I imagine that's going to be the thing.
Yeah.
Giant Brown, I don't know.
I don't know. There's a lot of unknowns at this point.
There is,
But,
isn't there? This is why we can't go too far. But I'm going to do it anyway. And hopefully, Maddie, you can join me on that. We don't want to become the Cowboys and Raiders, so talking trash every year before the season starts, months before, and crying your eyes out at Christmas because you're so down low in the standings, it doesn't matter what happens next. Woo! God.
Yeah, by that time they know they're not making the playoffs by that point because it's so horrible. It's a mess. Yeah, I have a feeling there's going to be a little bit of a shift in the NFL again this year, man. Because like some people, like some of this movement on the off season, man. Like as much as I hate to say it, like I always say Matt Stafford's a bum, like, but he's a pretty decent quarterback, dude.
Right.
Like I'll bet you he's got a pretty good connection with Devontae Adams, which is kind of scares me a little bit.
Yeah, and you got a right to be scared. Stafford can play. I say things about Stafford because the fact he's had some stats that make him look bad. It's the only thing you actually pick on. Stafford is a man
He's a tough kid, though.
He's a gunslinger. Matt Stafford believes in himself.
Yeah.
I've never hated quarterbacks for that, but when they do screw up, I love to let everybody. Hey, he'll get double digits to those sacks. Look at that throw. What the hell was that? I love saying that.
Rub it in a little bit. Yeah, I always enjoy
Put
that.
some salt in it.
Makes it, yeah, it's always sweet.
Woo!
So, yeah.
But
no, that's what I was going to say too. I saw this chart today, and it was funny because it was like NFC West, and it was lined up by player, and they were ranking the positions. And dude, nowhere on that thing did they have the 49ers number one. Like the best we had, like according to this chart, was George Kittle, and they were saying he was the second in the division. And it's like, man, like, and then I'm thinking like, well, who do you think's the running first number one running back? Like, it's not Christian McCaffrey in the NFC West. Like, give me a break.
Yeah. No,
whoever put that together was delusional.
It's probably Rudy. A lot of times guys who put those kind of charts together kind of biased. If the NFL Network and places like that may be something close, but when I saw Sirianni sitting up on top of a chart that Rudy put out about the best coaches in the game, Sirianni sitting up there with Andy Reid and McVay, right? Now, the only reason he brought that up there is because, and Rudy may have manufactured that chart himself, McVay and Matty. Siri Friggin', what is he? He has a bunch of guys that work for him that do the job. He doesn't do anything. So I said, oh no, I'm sorry. This is the bogus chart. So you got to be careful watching those charts too.
Oh yeah, no, they're ridiculous sometimes. So you can't read too far into them. We know better. So yeah.
But I do like it. And about the Rams, we got a score to settle with them. What's that? I don't know if Demo's going to be with us, but Demo's already circled that game on his calendar. I mean, that's going to be a game with the 49ers. Yeah, you guys took advantage of it last year, huh? Let's go. Let's play.
Not this time. This time around. It ain't going to happen this time, man.
Let's go. So
yeah, no, I think we're going to be fully ready for this experience.
Again, though, it's about the injuries. Don't get hurt, guys. Please don't get hurt.
Yeah, don't get hurt. That's critical, bro. Absolutely critical, my friend.
With a few seconds we got left, Matty, 3rd and 2, midfield. Your choices are JJ, of course, and George Kittle. Who are you looking for? I love that.
Juwan Jennings.
You know,
100%.
George doesn't get a lot of love for that either, but he is the guy also. If it's not JJ, it's usually George.
Absolutely.
I thought about that for a minute.
I agree.
Boy,
Absolutely agree.
you
Yeah.
got both choices,
That's just-
Brock. One of them's definitely going to be open.
Yeah. Both great choices. Both absolutely great choices. You know, I keep forgetting. I told you that when I was on that trip when my daughter got married, I told you I got engaged. But we were talking the other day, and we were like, we should invite Ronbo to the wedding. So, like, you're invited to the wedding if you want to come, Ronbo.
Hey, did you say you're getting married, Maddie?
Yeah.
Oh, God, I thought you said your daughter was getting Maddie. Oh, congrats, Maddie. When is your wedding?
Next May.
Next May. Maddie, let's
Yeah.
let me pencil that in and see what we can do. All right?
Yeah. Yeah, you'll like it. Creek, it's right next to the creek and everything, man.
Ooh,
Beautiful.
Oh. All right, Maddie. Maddie, I'll let you
All right,
go with all those good thoughts and have a great night, too. All right.
You too, my friend.
Here's Maddie.
Night, buddy.
Here comes the Maddie, all dressed in. I mean, what suit he's gonna wear? Hi, Maddie. Oh God, Renzo down in North Florida.
Greetings from North
Yes,
Florida.
I thought I remembered right. Renzo,
Yes, sir.
good to hear from you again.
Hey, man, been working, man. Been trying to get it in.
Last time we talked, you were telling me about that, and I was with you, man. I know. Life happens.
Yes, sir.
Renzo, I'm glad you had time for us today.
Hey, yes. I'm happy I caught y'all. Ronbo, I had an interesting conversation today about who's America's team. Oh, my gosh.
Oh, shit. I'm glad I wasn't there.
Ronbo.
We'd be in jail.
Ronbo.
Yeah.
Ronbo. I told them that the Cowboys is America's failure.
Thank you. Stop calling them that. They are not America's team. That stopped a long time ago.
I'm sitting right here with my pops. He's a diehard Cowboy fan, and I'm trying to convert him over, and it won't happen.
No. You can't. You cannot. Cowboy fans aren't going to change. And I don't even call the 49ers America's team, but Cowboys insist. Yeah, we're America's team, man. Don't forget it. Say what?
Yeah.
How come?
But I'm ready for the season. I'm ready to see who's gonna be the big dog, Saleh or Shanahan. Who's gonna be the big dog?
That's a good point.
I'm so ready for it.
Because hey, Renzo, remember when they was together? Who did we give the love to? We gave it to Saleh most of the time because I think defensively we were just ridiculous. We would just beat a team's ass. In the end of 3 quarters, they had maybe 10 points. At the end of the 4th quarter, everybody took a break and they might have got 7 or 13. But for the most part, they was beat down for 3.5 quarters. And all Shanahan had to do is go out there and get 20 points, 21, 24 points. That's enough.
Man, listen, I think these two gonna have fun trying to see who can outcoach who. It's gonna be fun. Gonna get back to them good old days. I'm ready.
Iron sharpening iron every day in practice too. Because Saleh's defense versus Shanahan, and Kyle wasn't winning that workout every day. In fact, that's what the problem was these last few years. Didn't have no defense out there to test that offense.
But Ronbo, as me throwing a wrench in the situation, I think if Shanny don't get it right, we might have our coach, in the weekends. So he definitely got to come with it. He got to come with it.
I just wish
he got to come with it.
I just wish they signed Saleh for about 2 or 3 years. Because, Robert, if he fool around here and the 49ers have a top 2 defense or 3 defense, he's going to get them phone calls again. And Shannon Kylie said, no, you cannot talk to Robert Saleh. Don't call here no more and tell everybody else I said so. Ho! He's got to put his foot down about letting coaches go. But that's the incentive to get him to come on with him. He says, you come in, you do a good job, you could be up for a position around the league.
I'm just ready for us to, take that step, especially with the Super Bowl being at the house. I'm like, man, come on.
I know.
If we mess around and go to the Super Bowl and win it, Ronbo, I'm gonna talk to the end of my days. If we don't never win another Super Bowl.
Oh man, oh God. It's I only need that one. You're right. Just win number 6, which puts us in the best of the best group. You win in Santa Clara. Market Street gets mobbed. I mean, just torn apart. Post in Stockton. You can't walk through that area. I mean, it would be ridiculous. Oh my God.
Listen. Oh man. I will. Oh, bro. I will go to work with no safety gear on, just straight 49er prayer on. They'd be like, "Yo, what is wrong with this guy?"
He's a 49er fan. Ain't nothing wrong with him.
Tell the boss, man, damn safety gear, PPE. I'm wearing 49er stuff. Just let me have my moment.
Gosh, Patriots 6, Steelers 6, Niners.
I know.
6. We are the elite.
It's the weight that's getting me, Ronbo. It's the weight. I'm like, bro.
We've been close. Should have got it the year before last. Damn it.
I'm already an NCAA champion. My Gators won basketball. So
you a Gators fan? Yeah.
Oh man, die hard, orange and blue, always true.
Yeah, Florida's always got good programs.
Oh yeah, football is coming back around too. I just bought tickets today to go to the Florida and Texas game.
Oh,
this year in Gainesville. Oh yeah,
because Texas has been coming on a little bit better recently.
We owe them.
I know, right? Yeah, beat that ass.
Yeah.
Because I got a kick out of somebody said between the Big Ten and SEC, which is the better conference? Is that a question?
Who is the better conference? Who do you think?
I know that's right. I don't understand where that question.
All day long. We kick ass. That's what we do.
If you get a scout, I'd send all my scouts to the SEC. A couple of guys have to go to Ohio State, but Georgia's SEC. Everything's at the SEC nowadays.
Yeah. Hey, big boy football every weekend down south.
Come out of even Bama, that's come down a notch. It's still tough.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Oh man.
But yeah, man.
So.
Hopefully, we can get this 6th ring. If not, I'm on the first thing smoking to Santa Clara. I'm having a sit down with Jed.
There you go. Hey, by the way, is Rams blood on it? Because if the Rams think they could win in NFC West again like they did last year, is that possible? Do you see that in the cards?
No. Listen, we was on a bad year. Like, listen, we gave y'all the chance to be big brother for 1 year. Now we finna snap y'all back to reality. Come on back home,
little sisters. Yep. That has to be,
Get back in your little car seat.
Don't buckle and hit the brake.
Nah.
Joe, good to hear from you. And tell Pops I said hi and stop.
I will.
Explain to him the error of his thinking. There is no way Cowboys are still considered the best Cowboys, America's team.
All right, man. Have a good night, man.
You too, Rizzo. Hi, fam.
Yes, sir. Yo.
People I know don't start with me about America's team and making us watch them on Thanksgiving every year. Hey, yo, Mychel.
Hey, Ronbo. Hey, how's your night going, buddy?
Hey, Mychel's going great, man. You know, as we edge closer to the season, how you doing? You doing all right? Because that's a good question for you, Mychel.
I can't wait, man. Count down for football. I can't wait. Romo's getting closer and closer.
All right.
It's like getting closer to the mountain, to the top.
Damn right. You sound like you're feeling okay, too. All right.
Yeah, and I can't believe some of the moves today in football. I see the guy came out of retirement and got traded to the Dolphins, the tight end, Waller.
Oh, that's right. And
Waller came out of retirement.
The Steelers are making moves.
Steelers got a tight end, Steelers got the tight end from Miami. Miami picked up the tight end from the Giants. Waller. Remember his wife played for the Aces with WNBA?
I didn't know Waller's wife played. I know him. I didn't know his wife played in the WNBA.
Yes, she did.
Waller was like
Las Vegas Aces. Yep.
Yeah, the dude was.
They got married.
He was tough. He was good. He couldn't. Yeah. He was injured though.
Well, he left the Raiders because of trouble. I think he left the Raiders because of the coach. That's why. Remember the coach?
Yeah. But still, but Mychel had Waller and Devontae at the same time, and I was thinking, whoa.
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't work out though.
Yeah, no, that's good for the Dolphins. It's good for the Dolphins now. They got a good tight end. I think he's going to be good for Miami.
He's taken off how many years? 3?
I don't know if he took 1 or 2 years off.
No, he's taking more than 1.
Probably 2, no more than 3.
Waller's been out for a while. I forgot all about him.
I mean, he was with the Giants, and then he retired.
Mychel, how it goes with receivers, whether it be tight end or wide receiver. Oh man, these guys are wasting my time. They can't play me. Trade me. And if you don't trade him, they leave. They find a way out.
Oh yeah, they find a way out. A lot of guys are. I think you're going to see Devontae Adams of the Rams want the hell. You want out of there. If he sees that Stafford start playing favorites with the other receivers or throw pickoffs, forget it. Devontae Adams might sit on the bench, pouted. I want out. I want trade.
They need a diva-like attitude like that too. That'd be hilarious.
Oh yeah, gotta be Rudy will load that headline. Devontae Adams sits on the bench pouting, just like Rudy.
Or doesn't show up for a workout. They'll be if the Rams go 3-7, and remember he had Aaron Rodgers. His team, but the Jets weren't bad. What happened?
And Adam, he had
he had another premier wide receiver playing next to him that's every bit as good as Puka.
Yep.
I'm just saying, Rams.
That's why man, I think you might start falling apart. This might be a domino effect. This might be something.
Let me do it. Domino.
That's right. You got it, Ronbo. And congratulations to the boy that graduated. Maddie getting married next year. Congratulations, man.
Yeah, hey, Maddie. Here comes the Maddie. Marching down.
Yeah. Before I met Amy and Nikita, I almost got married back in 2017 until I found out she cheated. Before I met Amy and Nikita.
Oh.
She cheated, yeah.
Mychel, you have a lot of painful stories. I mean,
at my own house. She was at my own house. What do you expect? The worst part is she was a diehard Cowboys fan. Everything in my room had to be Cowboys. I was pissed. Oh yeah, all my 49ers stuff were, she's from Texas. What do you expect?
How do I go to sleep looking at that wall with all that? I'd sleep out somewhere.
Look at the wall. I'm surprised you didn't put Jerry Jones next to her.
Oh, God. That would be...
Probably had a Jerry Jones blow doll.
Maddie,
I'm glad I got rid of her.
Family program.
I'm glad, I got Amy and Nikita, Eagle girl. I'm glad I got Nikita, Eagle daughter. That's good, Well, and I told Nikita, your team's going to be tough this year again, too.
Yeah, no. It's the Eagles are definitely the target.
Washington and the Eagles will be tough. Maybe the Giants might be the next one. Giants could crawl up.
Listen, look for sophomore. Watch for some problems in Washington the second year. I have a
Giants
feeling
and Carolina.
They're going to go through a little bit of a stress. Because remember, CJ was hell the first year too.
It might improve a little bit. Giants might improve a little bit, and I think you know what I mean.
No, the
Rams will go down. Yeah. Giants will improve a little bit.
Giants got some
Falcons will be playoff team. I think Falcons will be playoff team this year.
Yeah.
I don't care what anybody got to say about Tony Wright's team.
The Falcons just made a move the other day. Who was that?
Yeah, who'd they get? Who'd they get, Tony?
The dude's a badass. The Falcons are shoring things up.
He's a badass just like Tony Wright is. Hey, Tony's a badass to all the Rams losers.
I know, man. No, the Falcons made a move the other day. I said, ooh.
Was it an offensive or defensive guy?
I think it was an offensive player. Tony
Wright, you know who it is? Put him in the chat, buddy.
Yeah. So Mychel, how do you feel about Mychel Williams? I mean, you watch college ball a lot. Is there any? And like Smooth said, we pick guys that are going to fit our program. But isn't he overall a good football player?
Looks good. I mean, it looks good on paper. Now let's see how he does it on the field. You can look good on paper. Now let's try to put it on the field. It's like any athlete.
Yeah.
They can be good in college. Let's see how they do in the next league. That's one thing. They could be good in college and then be bad in pro. You know what I mean?
Versa. Yeah.
Sometimes you can have good in college, good in pros.
Mm-hmm.
Bad in college, good in pros. You know what I mean? It's like
that happens.
Any sport. It doesn't matter what sport you play.
So I'm thinking, the Rams.
I mean,
I mean, the Rams were kind of tough last year, and they
The
think
Rams
they picked
defense got better. Yeah.
up. Yeah, the
Yeah,
defense
the Rams
did get
defense,
better,
yeah.
and
Yep. But,
they ran the ball
maybe
more.
This could be the year we got some
you
Super
know,
Bowls in our backyard. We got to get that, number 6, like you said, Rumble. 95 was the last time. Let's get it now, man.
See,
Let's
with the
feed
tail,
it.
you know
Gotta
what? That's
feed it.
why, Michael. That's why the crap that people talk about. You guys don't want modern day. Fuck, it doesn't matter. Whatever we do
And Rudy only won 2
is
Super
still
Bowls.
way ahead of
We
what
won
you've
5.
got. I mean, they can
Bro,
win as
Rudy
hard
only
as they
won 2
want to.
Super Bowls. Yeah, he only got 2
yeah.
rings. We got 5.
You're still
He must
in.
have, yeah.
I need binoculars to
He's
see
still
where
in
you
La La
are.
Land.
So
And Don Burr's Lions, they're a joke. They're not going to win no Super Bowl.
I know that's why I can't take him seriously. Really. Don Burr is.
No, he just went to Bob's Furniture to go buy himself another couch. He's going to be sitting on it for a long season.
What store? Bob's Furniture.
Long season. Bob's Furniture with Don Burr. He's going to be laying on that couch for the rest of the season. That's how bad they're going to look.
So that's
Don
what I'm saying.
Clickbait Burr. Yeah. I just can't wait, 'cause like you said, anybody find out who's playing for the Hall of Fame game?
No, I haven't looked at that yet.
I
No.
didn't know. Anybody in the chat knows about it, put it in the chat.
Yeah. Well, it's just an experience. It's just
No,
not a
I know.
real
I like
game.
to watch it.
But it's
No,
just
no,
fun. It
fun
just
to
feels
watch. I
good to
always
watch.
watch it. Every year I watch that.
I agree.
I
It's
watch
fun
it.
to watch football.
I
It's
watch
an
it.
exhibition.
I watch it every year.
Yeah.
Football,
No, I will
football
too.
to me. I don't care where they play. I don't care if they play NFL football on the beach. I'll watch it.
Yeah.
They got women's football next month or a couple of weeks.
I know you
I'm gonna
talked
watch
about
the
that
girls.
last time. I got a kick out of
I'm
that.
going to watch it. Yep. July, I think it's 18th to the 20th or something like that's coming up. I'm going to watch it. I want to see these girls play. I want to see how good they are. They might be better than most of Rudy's Rams.
Michael, we got to go. I'm going
They
to tell you what.
some of the
I'm
girls
gonna
could probably throw better than Zeke. Some of those girls could throw better than Stafford.
let me-
And I would laugh my head off, guys. If you see these girls throw better than Stafford, I would laugh. Maybe the Rams need to look into that. Maybe we need to bring a female quarterback.
Tell you what, Caitlin Clark is
Quarterback
somebody you want to
stinks
talk to
anyway.
for the NBA too. So hey, Michael, see you Friday, fam. All right.
You too, Ronbo, and shout out to Cody Wright, Papa J, Wolfie, you too, buddy. That was my 49er friend. Love you all. Ladies, good night.
Night, fam. Ian Sharp, I love it. Man, I thought you said. First I read that. I thought it said Imogene football, lingerie football. Eric's back. I thought Eric said he was going to have to take a sabbatical. Eric, come on in, man.
No, Friday I'm out.
They're coming this weekend. You're out.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, good, Eric.
Yeah,
Come on in here, man. We're talking about. In fact, Eric, that some of these analysts, they're not mentioning the Hawks or the Cardinals as far as vying for the Western Conference Championship. I'm thinking. Well, as soon as I read that, the first thing I did think was, don't make this a two-man show. I do want if the Rams and the 49ers are third and fourth with the Rams being fourth, that's okay with me too. It's not okay with me, but the Rams have diarrhea of the mouth and mind. They tend to believe their own crap. That they've won a Super Bowl. It took 30 years. They won a Super Bowl in 95, 96, somewhere near that. It took them a long time to win number 2. But Eric, the thing is, whenever I've talked trash, I usually had something to support it. How do you be a Ram fan and come after 49er fans about not winning a trophy lately? When we're coming up on 4 or 5, is it 4 or 5 years now? This is how it works, Rams.
Yeah.
In another 5 years, you're not going to have a Super Bowl. So then, what are you going to talk about then? If you're not a good club, you're not legendary, your legacy is weak. I don't get where you get off talking trash. It doesn't make any sense, Eric. I mean, it's kind of an amazing thing for me. So
Bang, bang, escalator gang.
yeah,
Who's that now?
it doesn't matter. And that's Rudy's comedy, Escalator Gang. You know, he's the Rams ought to be. You got to give them sympathy though, Eric. They've been trying for a long time, and they had Georgia. Georgia was running that team for a long time, and she didn't know what she was doing. Meanwhile, Eddie DiBartolo was on the others up north in California, just beating her little butt to death every year. And while Rams pundits are saying, well, you know, you guys haven't been the same since the salary cap. Well, you realize that your team had no salary cap restrictions back then either. See, this is why when they offer those stupid arguments, always like, what? You guys didn't have any salary cap on you either. Your Miss Frontier just wasn't that good, okay? So, you know, here we are again, having the same conversation with Rams fans who really aren't that scary. They got, Eric, how many more years do you think Matt Stafford will be able to play?
I don't know. I really thought that they were going to get a quarterback early this year. I really thought like either first or second or somewhere like that. I really thought that they would get a quarterback because all they have behind Matthew Stafford.
What's his name? What's his name?
Somebody that we know very well, Jimmy G.
Oh, I forgot about Jimmy. I did forget about Jimmy. Okay, I was thinking about the Jimmy's not going to be there long. I suspect Jimmy's in his last year now. I didn't even think he'd be back this year. I think Jimmy didn't get any offers or something, but they've got Stetson Bennett Jr. of the Georgia Bulldogs from 2 years ago. They've been grooming him now for 2 years. If Jimmy comes in, he's most likely going to get hurt. That was his problem with us. And there'll be the Bennett boy coming in to start. You see, Matty Stafford's liable to get smacked down again this year, too. Matty got away last year. Eric, that game, I don't know who they were playing, but the camera was on Stafford when he went down, and they crashed his head on the ground. I saw it. It scared me. His eyes rolled back. The camera's still up. His eyes rolled back and he says, oh, I don't wish that on anybody. Is he going to be okay? I was really worried about it because I hate to see players get hurt, no matter who they are. And he got him, kept playing. Stafford's tough. I give him credit for that, though.
Yeah. And then I actually got a T-shirt yesterday in the mail supporting my buddy who's got cancer.
Oh.
Yeah, he's doing. Yeah, we don't really. We're not hearing much of anything, but last report, he's still fighting. He's still fighting.
Good.
Hopefully, he can fight this out for as long as he can.
Hey, the human spirit is a very powerful force. He's got to keep that attitude.
Yep.
And keep talking to the one above. Could do it.
Because, I feel like if anyone can beat this, he can.
All right. Keep keeping your hopes alive, too. Good. All right. Oh, man. Well, Eric, good to hear from you. I guess this is our last opportunity to talk to you for a minute. I guess we'll see you at the end of July, huh? August, yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, Eric. You just have a great time. Looking forward to hearing from you. Night, Eric.
Good night, everybody.
Okay. Hey, Steven.
What's up, Ronbo?
Steven,
What's happening, Ronbo?
Hey, you know you, Steven, man. You're the guy. I mean, you know, you're the man. A great cook, a good dad. Both his babies just love him to death. Wifey gives him praises on a daily basis. Steven, there's nothing about you that doesn't get a plus. Come on in, man.
Yeah, what's up, Ronbo, man? So what are we talking about today?
Well, we're talking about Mychel Williams still getting flack from certain people around the NFL talking heads. We're also talking about the fact that Juwan Jennings, 3rd down and 3, The game's in the fourth quarter with only 1 minute and 30 seconds left. We've got to get a little closer to the field or get a first down in order for Jake Booty to come out and miss that ball wide to the right. And you know, I'm making jokes about that now. But damn it, Jake! Anyway.
Hey, man. If he misses, I'll give him that for the now. If he misses 2 field goals, Ronbo, if he misses 2, okay, this whole season, send his ass to China. Put him the first flight to El Salvador.
Is that far
I'm
east
not
as you
even
can go?
joking. Leave his ass. If we're at an away game, leave his ass at the hotel. Don't even tell him when you're leaving. Every game, don't tell him when you're leaving.
Yeah.
So that way he knows it's serious.
Jake will figure it out though. After 2 or 3 weeks, he'll start spending the night in the locker room. So, Steven, you got a connection thing going on. Steven?
All right, my bad. Better?
Oh, much better, yeah. Yeah. Steven, I like to go to subjects with you that I know you love to get crazy with. Jawan Jennings versus Brandon Ayuk next year is something we're going to be talking about at the end of the season. Brandon Ayuk has a great year. We're not going to be able to afford him because other teams are going to pay him premium dollar, and like any other person, he's going to want to get paid.
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. BA coming back from this injury, outshining Jawan Jennings, it has to be a miracle.
Steven, get in that mic because I can barely hear you, and I definitely want to hear this.
Oh. Okay. Jawan Jennings getting beat out by Brandon Ayuk after his surgery, I'm not even joking, has to be an act of God. Has to be a will of God. That same ladybug that helped him catch that supposed football in the NFC has to pull up on him again and land in the exact same spot of his shoe before the game.
That's a prerequisite.
If we can't, here's the thing: if he still thinks in his mind and in his heart of hearts that he's worth.
Yeah, go ahead, Steven. Steven got disconnected or battery ran out. Every now and then it happens to people. Steven, I guess we're going to come back to you because I definitely want to hear you finish that point. Steven, you got to reconnect. Jalen. Nah. Jalen. Is this Jalen?
Hello?
It is Jalen.
Ronbo?
My boy.
Is this Ronbo Sports?
I mean, Jalen, I haven't talked to you in such a long time, man. I saw your name pop up on the screen. I said, what? Jalen. I've been missing you, dude. Come on, man. Come on in, man.
Oh, Ronbo. It's good to hear your voice, Ronbo. Good to see the chat typing. Yeah, Ronbo. Let me give me a $49 shout out just for coming in, Ronbo.
I mean, you know what I'm saying? I can do that. Jalen back up in the house. Jalen. Man, I mean, there's been some subjects that I thought about you during the past few weeks. They involved your favorite guy, Kyle. But we're not talking about Kyle tonight. You can. But the thing is, somebody does, we're in a lot of things because, the 49ers are not somebody anybody wants to see win a 6th trophy because that would put us in the class with the best of all time. But Mychel Williams, I think he's drawn some unfair criticisms before he even gets started, which is something I haven't even said. Nobody said anything about Javon Kinlaw when he first came. Nobody's talking bad about Drake Jackson. I understand the fact is that Mychel was a first-round draft pick, which is going to draw that kind of a scrutiny. But still, come on, man. How many first-round picks are being talked about badly around the league? Oh, except for what's his name over in Cincinnati.
I hardly hear it. I'm gonna be honest with you. Ronbo.
Yeah.
Aside from the 49ers, I ain't really been hearing. Let me see. I mean, I haven't been hearing too much about shit. I ain't been hearing much, Ronbo. I'm gonna be honest with you. I haven't heard anything about these rookies. Yeah. I haven't heard anything about these rookies. I mean, just be real with you. I mean, for crying out loud, Cam Ward was the first pick of the draft, and we talk more about Shedeur Sanders than him. So I mean, like,
Shedeur.
I don't know, man.
Fam, we could talk about Shedeur.
I know one thing.
For hours.
We better not lose to the Cardinals this year.
Listen, every year, Jalen, you know I go through a stress. I mean, I hate playing them worse than anybody in the division. Now, the Hawks have shown that every now and then you're going to beat them, and, not a problem. The Rams, last year was the first year the Rams can say anything good about what's happened since Kyle arrived in San Francisco. They finally got over the hump, the thing about the Rams. But the Cardinals, Kyler Murray is a pain in the ass. Every time I say his name, I think about the same thing. Jada, remember last year? He's jogging. He stopped running and started jogging into the end zone, waving at the Santa Clara
Yeah, like
crowd.
the 50-yard line, and he put his hands up. That was. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, Ronbo, Kyler Murray, he be doing stuff to us. It ain't right.
He's too quick.
It ain't right.
I hate playing him.
He's very quick.
Oh,
and he got an arm, too.
And that's the crazy thing about
him. He got
an
arm, too.
Watch the Cardinals win the NFC West.
I don't know about all that.
You know what? Kyler Murray at some point is going to mature. He's been a little childish the last few years, and he's still good. Now, what if Kyler learns the plays a little better, connects with his receivers a little better, and they give him a good run game? Jalen, that's a bad combination.
Yeah.
Oh, my. And they picked up some studs, too. And what's that wide receiver that got a shoe deal before he even played a game one in the NFL?
Who you talking about?
That wide receiver they picked up last year.
Oh, you talking about Marvin Harrison?
Yes. What if him and Marvin get on the right page? They weren't on it last year.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, that was crazy. Harrison Jr. I think it's because his dad, though. I'm real with you.
So, the work's going to be cut out. NFC West is not going to be a cakewalk. And even our schedule. How do you feel about schedules when they say, the 49ers got a weak schedule this year because of last year's performance? What do you think about that? What does that mean to you?
Thank you.
But what you said it was yesterday, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to somebody else, Ronbo.
No, I can hear him. No, you want the question again?
Yeah, what were you saying?
No, I was asking you, how's your feeling about the term weak schedule? The 49ers have a weak schedule.
Weak schedule?
Yeah. Do you buy in on that? Is that true? Is that possible?
No. That's BS, Ronbo. That's BS and you know it.
I do. And so I keep telling people, don't believe in no weak schedule.
Because you never know what
teams can.
You never know what. You never. No team stays the same, Ronbo.
No.
No team stays the same. Trust me, Ronbo.
And
here's my thing, though.
Mm-hmm.
I think that we're in a really bad situation.
Real quick, because we're running out of time. Run it down.
Yeah, Ronbo, the team's getting old. Our head coaches' game plans are getting outdated, and we need to get some more uniforms because red and white is kind of old. I mean, we need more colors, Ronbo. We need like a gold jersey or something.
Hey, I like that idea because they keep coming up with these ideas for these uniforms every year. We may have something different this year. Jay, we got to go.
We've had red and white jerseys for the last 40 years. If it ain't a red jersey, it's white. We need some more. We need some more colors.
And the black, they just quit with
Gold
that.
on red.
Yeah.
No, I'm not going back to that black. No.
We got a beat so badly. Bad luck. Jalen, I've been telling you, I'll be Friday, man, looking for you too, okay?
Okay, Ronbo. Let me get a Niner shout out.
Yeah. Niner! My boy Jalen back up in the house. All right, Jay. We'll talk to you later, fam. Oh, yeah. You know. Hey, Smooth, you know what? I'm just tripping, man. You know, I believe in the 49ers. If 49ers stay healthy, you're right. I agree. Ain't nobody in NFC West going to beat a healthy 49er team. No way. There just is no.
Nobody in the universe is going to stop the Niners if they're healthy, Ronbo.
Yeah, no. Steven, good. You're back. Come on in and finish what you were talking about.
No. Like I said, for BA to outshine Juwan Jennings would have to be an act of God. For the Niners to sit there and look at the tape on both players and say Juwan Jennings is a lesser receiver than Brandon Ayuk is crazy talk. It's crazy. I'm telling you, you can look at college ball between the two, and I guarantee you, 100%, you're going to pick Juwan Jennings over Brandon Ayuk because I'm pretty positive nobody knew who BA was before we drafted him. Not many people knew who he was when we did draft him. We were like,
yeah, I didn't. I saw Kyle spinning around in that chair. I was wondering why he was so excited. I didn't know what is a Brandon Ayuk. So yeah. Oh, he proved to be a little better than I anticipated.
It's not even the fact that I'm like shitting on players. It's just the fact that, you know, we got an overpaid wide receiver again. Again. I can't stress that enough. We picked up another wide receiver who is overpaid and underskilled. And everyone's saying he's going to do great this season. I don't even know if his knee is still good. By that tweet that he put out saying, I had a piss in the cup, and now you guys want to trade me? I'm telling me he's got too much time on his hands to write that and send it out. Not only did he write it, he looked at it, he proofread it, and still thought about sending it out. That's too much time on your hands to be like, oh, yeah, you know, I'm back. I can do this. Like, bro, if I'm back, I'm focusing on that. Like, I'm focusing on doing what I got to do to get back soon. Not later.
Stephen, though, you should be excited about that to some degree, though, because he's going to come back all pissed off, wanting to prove a point. I kind of like that. Let's see what that does, though.
Well, that's a double-edged sword. That's a double-edged sword. You could be like, oh, yeah, he's going to come back pissed off. He's going to be ready to play. Cool. I hope he directs that energy onto the field and not his locker room, because he's the type to do that to his locker room. If he's willing to say, you guys are willing to trade me when I was hopped up on meds and pissing a cup, like, come on now. Like, come on. Come on, bro. No one needed that.
He's got a lot of unforgettable little passages. That Maserati still sticks out in my mind, too. I mean, you can't afford a Maserati.
That's another one.
You can't afford a Maserati.
And not only that, but it's like, he talks about like, oh yeah, like literally right after the game, he goes, after we lost the Super Bowl, first thing that come out of Brandon Ayuk's Twitter was, don't forget what got it.
Yeah, there's another one. Yeah, Brandon's
and I'm like, bro, what do you mean?
Yeah.
What do you mean? You had one solid catch. That was a freak accident off of someone's helmet.
I know, he was talking about the entire
their
season.
Their fingers were more buttered up than yours in that one moment.
Yeah. No, Brandon was talking about the entire season. Don't forget what got you here means I had a great year. Pay me. Okay, well, we paid you, and you.
Yeah, man, but
you shouldn't have hung up that long. You should have at least been training.
To me, man, it's like, I don't know, bro. You know where I stand with BA. If he comes back and he balls out and he just doesn't say anything, then I'll eat crow, 100%. Like, but if he comes back and he's doing that shit that Debo did, and doing exactly what Debo did, get his ass out the building.
Debo really does have bad hands. Ayuk, he can catch the ball. He misses every now and then, but now Ayuk, Debo was getting bad. My God, he was getting worse and worse.
Rambo. He was bad at the start of the season. You remember how many games and how many drop passes he had? I swear to God, I thought Debo and him were in a contest. I thought they were in a contest together.
he's always been average catching the ball, but he got worse last year. Steven, we got to roll, bro. I'll be back Friday, though, and get your opinions on our receivers some more and other things. Steven gets into it. I love it.
We'll be better than the Rams. I'll tell you that for sure. You can't even make this up. We're going to be better than the Rams. That deficit is
healthy 49ers
insurmountable.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, McVay cannot out-coach Salah. And Shula versus Shanahan, please. All right. Hey, I'll see you Friday, fam. Have a great night.
I'll see you Friday, Ronbo.
All right. And hey, Johnny.
Hello, Ronbo. How are you doing?
Johnny, doing great, man. As I look to the season, and you know, I really enjoyed, Johnny. At the end of this last season, after we came out, everybody was being carried to the hospitals and ambulances. 49ers were just in terrible trouble. They were everybody was beat up. Even Shanahan was riding on the back. I think Shanahan did get hurt sometime during last season. After Jake Moody kicked one of them field goals wide to the right, he did something. I think he hurt his arm. So, you know, everybody was banged up. So this year, Vegas comes right out, immediately says 49ers should win the NFC West. What? Why are you guys? It's like February or early March. Why are you guys making that prediction now? So it was talking about weakness of schedule. Johnny, is there such thing as a weak schedule?
No, I don't think so. I think because of the number of players that teams sort of pick up, you know, and you know, if you are a weak side, then you're going to pick the best choices. You know what I mean? You really have in the draft. And also with this schedule, when I was looking, we got Indianapolis, and we haven't beaten Indianapolis for over 20 years, and we haven't beaten Cleveland in Cleveland for over 40 years.
Oh,
so I know they're the AFC teams, and we don't play them as often as the NFC teams.
Yeah.
But, like, we got Cleveland in November, so the weather, you know, it could be snow on the floor, it could be anything, you know what I mean?
I do.
Purdy's small hands, shall we say? You know, anything can happen, you know?
Johnny, don't go there. You know what, though? Brock knows that he's got to work on that, and hopefully, Johnny, he goes up into the mountain. Where's snow falling right now? Brock should be there and just take a coach in a lot of warm clothes and throw the ball. He's got to, because, you know, Johnny, you mentioned that it's not only the cold and the wetness of the but you've been in cold weather before. Johnny, what part of the UK are you living in?
I live in Wales. I live about 25 miles from Cardiff.
So you guys get cool temperatures for a stretch of the month, year too. So you know how your joints just lock up when it gets really cold. That's why you got to wear gloves and put your hands in your pockets. You know, can you imagine trying to throw a football? Some guys can, but for the most part, I think a lot of guys. We're going to run. I think Kyle's going to learn to run the ball as much as possible in those kind of conditions. I'm open. But go ahead with your point, though.
Yes. Yeah, that's what he's got to do. I think when the weather's bad, you got to trust your running backs to give him the ball.
Yeah.
Well, one stat that was concerning last year was that when we needed 2 yards when we tried to run the ball, we got that less than half the time, which is a bit concerning. I know we've brought in a couple of linemen that look pretty good, but you know, it seems to be when we need to run the ball and the opposition knows you're going to run the ball, we can't run the ball.
You
know, and
it's got to be a surprise.
There was a situation late last year when we had nothing on the game, and I think we were inside the 5. We did like a second down inside the 5, and we threw the ball on second, we threw the ball on third, and then brought Moody on the kick. And I'm thinking, Kyle, if we're not going to go for it now, son, You're not going to do it in the playoffs. Do you know what I mean?
No.
Which is a bit concerning.
It is, isn't it? And anytime I see Jake Moody, Johnny, the camera every now and then, just the cameraman knows that he sees Jake over there looking less than secure, even before we do. So they zoom in on him. And you see Jake with his famous stance. He's sitting there with his hands resting on his hips. He's looking like, I hope they don't call me in. No, I say, God, Jake, he doesn't believe in himself. I don't know what Kyle's going to do, but the new special teams coordinator, he believes in him.
Like a kicker is similar to a golfer. It's like a very individual thing. And every golfer, before they go out on that course, they got a sports psychologist talking to them. Do you know what I mean? Put in their head straight before they go out there. He needs the same. He needs someone just to get rid of all the doubts in his mind. But in practice, he can do it. So it's in between his ears.
And he just needs a therapist. I agree.
Get him to, look, Jake, you can do this, mate. Get out there and do it.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't doubt if he was taking therapy. He probably don't want to get. They don't want that to get out there, that Jake's seeing a therapist, because that'll give every 49er fan. Oh God, no! Why? So we're not going to put up with that. But I would bet that Jake is taking therapy, trying to get his mind. He's got the talent, Johnny. There's no point in him missing like he does. And you know what else? Missing the same way. Wide right. If he missed wide left every now and then, I would think, or low, or short. Wide right. He's cleared the uprights by miles. He just can't get it over to the middle. That's mental.
Yeah. I know he's changed his run up now, hasn't he? He's only going back 2 steps.
Yeah, he's changed that. I don't know who's.
Yeah, so I suppose we just got to see what happens then.
Yeah, yeah.
In the preseason games and that.
Yeah. To make a decision during preseason. No, if Jake comes out there and chokes during preseason, let's not. He'll be fine. No, he will not be fine. We know he won't be fine because he's proven that.
No. And if he misses one first game, do you know what I mean? The pressure on him and all that sort of thing.
We're all going to lose our minds. He did it again.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to start designating blame, because Kyle, you know what? You're in charge of this, and you know that he can't do it. Stop. God.
Yeah, but we got rid of the long snapper. We got rid of the punter.
They did. They changed that. The snapper's gone. I mean, we lost Mitch, so he's got a new holder.
Yeah. Speaking of Mitch, I was looking at when we drafted Mitch, and we drafted him in round 4. We had the 104th pick, and we decided to trade back 6 places. But if we'd stayed at 104, we could have got Max Crosby.
Johnny, this guy. So God!
Instead of picking Max Crosby, we decided to trade back 6 places and took a Panther.
Did you see Max Crosby and Nick Bosa on the same line?
I think you'd like to have that one back.
Johnny, I could have done without that news, actually. All right, it's history. Nothing to be done about it now. Max wanted to go. Anyway, Johnny, always a pleasure. I'll be back Friday if you got some time. And let's get you in here. Let's talk some more.
Yeah, okay. If I wake up, I'll give you a bell.
All right, I hope so. All right, Johnny.
Okay.
Have a great day.
Ronbo.
Cheers.
Yeah, send you right. Take care. Bye.
Thank you. I didn't know that about Max Crosby. You see, because I don't search out things that are going to hurt my feelings. I'll bet you there's a number of other players down through the years that we got somebody that we didn't really need that we could have got. Hindsight's it's a bear, ain't it? I was going to say the other word, but man, you just 2020. Austin, the Cowboys fan. Austin, you must have heard us. Austin, you must have heard us talking about you earlier.
Ronbo.
Yes,
the Cowboys back in town.
Austin, how you doing, man? What's the program looking like? What are your expectations? Are you excited? Are you hopeful? What's going on with you?
Looking forward to it, actually.
with the trade with George Pickens. I think the Cowboys have a legit chance to win the NFC East again. I'm feeling hopeful, Ronbo.
Wait a minute, wait.
I'm starting to get the feeling.
You got Pickens. You did, didn't you? It was you. It was the Cowboys that picked up Pickens. Yes.
Yeah. And I'm feeling good about it. I'm looking forward to the season. We could win the NFC East, Ronbo. No joke. If we could find ourselves a run game, the O-line develops, and our defense, if we could find a little something on defense, the Cowboys, we might have something.
No, wait. The problem, though, Austin, you mentioned 3 different groups. That's a lot. Now, if you had one group to work on, is the one thing. Austin, 3 different. What is going on with Jerry in the run game? Why haven't you guys? And last year, Austin, I'd love to have your opinion on this. Last year, you've got Derrick Henry, who lives in Texas. Jerry could have drove on over to his house, knocked on the door. Hey, fella, you know who I am, right? And you probably know why I'm here, don't you? Listen, girl, bring the hors d'oeuvres and stuff in. Let's talk. You know, he could have got him. He wanted to play for the Cowboys too.
Here's the thing too, Ronbo. I think he's shy because of what happened with Zeke. We paid him this big money. Jerry was like, "Oh, this is going to be a great deal," and then according to Derrick Henry, we never even contacted him after all the reports said the Cowboys. After all the reports saying the Cowboys were in the running for him, it was him and us and the Ravens, and then it comes to find out we never even talked to the guy, and I'm like, unbelievable. Like, I get it. When you get one bad apple, it ruins the bunch. I get it. But Derrick Henry, he's a generational talent. Imagine the star power with the star, Ronbo. I mean, it's like Hollywood.
I don't. It's mean for me to say, but I'm glad you didn't get him. Derrick Henry would have made all the difference in the world. You would have used Derrick better than the Ravens did, because the Ravens didn't really use Derrick Henry to his highest potential, what he could have done for that team. But I'm sure you guys would have ran that ball with Derrick and watched him. And every year, Austin, you see Derrick Henry running down the field, look like he came from the 5-yard line. And he's running down the field with guys trying to catch him. He's big, he's fast, he's strong. Guys are bouncing off of him. And Henry finally runs into the end zone. And I said, that's not even fair. Derrick Henry's out there like playing with a bunch of little kids. I mean, that's just really ridiculous. Yeah. And you let him get away. I said, man, that's wow.
That hurts, Ronbo, because it's just like, Jerry, you had it right there. If Dak stays healthy and with this run game and with George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb, it could be like the 49ers from 2 years ago. We could have been in the Super Bowl just like you guys. But oh no, Jerry. Go ahead, Ronbo.
No, I'm just saying I have to agree, because you picked up Pickens. Henry probably would have signed a 2 or 3 year contract. You'd have him. Your offense would have been ready to roll. Your defense, I'll bet. How bad would you say that defense is, though? Because you think it needs work. What's wrong with the defense? You got one of the best guys coming off the line in the game.
Well, it's our run defense more than anything. Mozzie Smith, he's been injury prone. We drafted him out of Michigan. He could have been a superstar stud because every Michigan fan was like, "You got a good one in Dallas." Hadn't been healthy. Jonathan Hankins, we traded for him from Las Vegas, and he didn't turn out as well. And Micah's going on podcasts saying stupid things, and teams are taking advantage of it. And I'm like, see, this is the problem. You guys don't shut up.
And Bleacher Report's not helping any. They made sure, when you go to Bleacher Report, especially go to X, you'll see Micah at the top of the page. He's like Bleacher Report's spokesperson. I'm laughing during the NFL season. I said, if I was the owner, I'd hate to. Oh, did we just lose Austin? Austin, I'd make a lot of players mad, but I'd try to tell them, listen, I'm gonna give you extra money if you just don't do it. I'll try to do something. But Micah, and people say nowadays, you can't stop a player from polishing up his brand. He can still play football and still make a presence, because he ain't going to play football forever, and he can go ahead and build up his media chops now. I understand all that, but my God, I'm glad the 49ers, we don't have anybody running their mouth all the time on a podcast. I mean, Fred does, him and his wife. Who else do we have? Debo used to make appearances every day with Kate, every week. Who else is running podcasts for the 49ers? Does George Kittle have a podcast? No, George likes to go and up on everybody else's podcast. So, I like guys that don't get too involved with things that don't. I want you to work on things that can improve your game. When the season's over, you can go ahead and continue doing that if you have to, but still. I can just see Ronbo the owner. Ronbo, you're nothing but a tyrant, man. These guys have lives that you don't need to be involved in. I'm just saying. Hey, Tony ATL, come on in, fam. Tony ATL. Simone, listen to him. He's thrilled. It's Christmas. Oh, man. The lottery sound like Jerry Jones. Well, the Cowboys, I'm telling you right now, they didn't need to get Mark Henry. Derrick Henry. That'd have been scary. Tony, you there? Tony.
Boy, that blue cheese is good.
I'm finna slam on it now.
Oh, Tony, we're waiting on you. Tony's having dinner.
I like blue cheese with chicken.
You guys have to order place. Let's see what the order is.
I really don't like blue cheese, but I eat it with this salad.
What's wrong with blue cheese? On a salad, it's good.
We talk about this while I was shower.
This is like watching a TV show. Alice!
Oh. Ronbo.
Hey, what you doing,
What's
fam? You get your kids,
All right,
kids
how
kick you
you?
back? Game time
Oh, man. We just got back from practice for Z, softball, practice. And, everybody's,
chilling.
Everybody's back with moms except Z and Amaya. They still hanging.
All right.
We just got in not too long ago.
You guys have you guys
Doing
eaten
some
yet?
little work after practice?
You guys already
Yeah,
eaten?
man. We had your favorite pizza, yours.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Pizza is a magic food, ain't it? It's like when they put that together, did they really realize what they did? My God, that's an Italian invention, right? The Italians will go down in history as having created one of the top 5 foods of all time. Whew.
Right.
But yeah. But Ellis, man, tonight Ellis, because you're a critic when it comes to football players. It's coming out of school. Mychel, I remember you weren't all that excited about him when we picked him up in the first round. I remember you saying some things about him. Some of the people in the league, talking heads, are saying things about him. You can touch upon that, whether you've changed your mind on that, or you still feel strongly about that, or you feel that he'll be fine because for whatever reason. Also, Juwan Jennings, it's not too early to worry about that. I love me some Juwan Jennings. He could be a cap casualty next year. It's scaring me to death already. Before the season even starts, I'm worried about it. What are you going to do when you give BA's got all the money in the world? There's no more left for wide receivers. Can we find a way to keep him? And would you do it? And also, is the pressure that the 49ers are under to win the NFC West, are the Rams going to be something that should be a concern?
You said so about, was that Juwan that you were saying, are we going to be able to keep him?
Yeah, because it looks bad right now. I don't know what they can do to keep him.
Well, I think that's going to solely depend on what we get out of Ricky, Jacob Cowing, and Jordan Watkins, and how they look this year. One thing I would say though is Juwan is proven to be like Brandon, a great blocker, not a good blocker, not a decent blocker, a great blocker.
Ain't he?
You know, they block to the whistle.
Fights. Yeah.
They're not scared. Yeah, they're not scared to, get down and dirty, put themselves at, put their body on the line, get thrown around a little bit and do some throwing around. I don't know if I doubt that. I mean, Jacob Cowing's not even big enough to do that. Jordan Watkins looks to be stronger, maybe than Jacob Cowing and probably Ricky, but they're all kind of like around. They're not too far off each other size-wise. There's not like a drastic difference frame-wise. And with Juwan, because of his clutch performances, in the biggest games, and him showing really his dependability and all around, he's just a well-rounded wide receiver, and you don't get that often. They catch really good, they're really fast, but they can't block for shit. Or it's always a mixture of the two. They're real aggressive, big, strong, but they're not fast. And even if they can't catch, so there's no real, just all around presence that they have where they just cover and they check all the boxes. Juwan may not be the fastest, but his all around him after the catch and the way he's able to, make plays and get guys off of him and, make contested catches and block to the whistle and just do everything. He's one of those guys you want to keep around, man. Yes. Whether they choose to keep Ayuk or not, they need to be trying to figure out a way to keep Juwan Jennings.
Please.
But if they feel like he's expendable, and maybe he might price himself out. I mean, he's gonna garner 15 to 20 million. You know what I'm saying, after the season.
I know.
So between 15 to 20, his offers will be that. Hence he has a similar season or better than he did last year. You can rest assured he's gonna, he'll be in the 15 to 20,
easily.
Mil. Yeah, so and I mean that's at a minimum. It could be more depending on what he does and what a team's willing to pay for him. So we may not be. He's likely going to be a casualty because he probably wants to go get that money. And unless we win a Super Bowl or do something like just extraordinary, if we make it to the Super Bowl again, he has a great season. And if Brandon Ayuk's not here, I see them for sure trying to make a way to keep Juwan Jennings. They got to have a veteran wide receiver who's acclimated to this offense, who can be, a presence and be a leader to oversee the younger guys that are there. We cannot just have a totally inexperienced or young,
wide receiver room
group of wide receivers in the wide receiver room. That could set us up for a catastrophe. So hopefully Kyle is processing all of that, and they'll be able to find a way to keep him. Even if we still have Brandon Ayuk, I mean, I would still try to keep Juwan. I would try to find a way to, to make something happen. Make some moves with that money, Prague. Make it happen. We got 40-something mil right now on the cap right now. I don't know if they don't plan on doing anything with that money and they're gonna, maybe roll it over or delegate it. They got to do something.
It's got to be done. Ellis, we got to go. I'm gonna let y'all get back and get some rest, and we'll see you Friday. Good points. I've thought about it on that same angle too. All right, fam.
Yeah. Shout out to fam. Thank you for the platform. Shout out production. And man, I'll be back on the next one, Bo. Thanks for the platform as always.
All right, fam.
All right, Curly.
All
right. Peace.
And let's see if Tony is going to get that blue dressing. Tony. Tony.
Ronbo, how you doing?
So what kind of salad dressing do you like?
Ronbo.
Yeah. Did you hear me?
I hear you now. How you doing?
I was asking, what kind of salad dressing do you appreciate? We heard y'all.
Yeah, I always listen to you guys on the Bluetooth, but I got to take the Bluetooth off before I call you.
Don't give him no blue cheese, y'all. Hey, Tony, I was laughing because that whole conversation, I felt like I was watching a TV show. That was
yeah, because you heard the TV.
Probably was, huh? Tony, I mean.
Hey, Ronbo, I've been noticing, because you've responded to me a couple of times on Twitter, because my middle name's Anthony, but people call me by my middle name.
Mm-hmm.
My first name is David. That's me, David A. Wright, on Twitter that be responding.
No,
You're going to really be doing battles, man.
Oh, man, Rudy's, boy, don't get me. The thing is, I knew that was you because I see the Falcon logo next to it. And
yes, sir.
Yeah, no, Rudy, when he gets out of it, his whole life is about making sure that he can offer some kind of dig to 49er fans. He gets up every day and searches throughout the net, trying to find little negatives that he can pin up and say, hey, now 49ers, look at that. Look at you now. See, that's really...
Well, you saw on there, I sent a couple messages on Twitter about the Rams' history in the 70s.
Yeah.
I said every year that they made the playoffs, even that 69 season when they started out 11-0 and didn't make the Super Bowl.
I saw it. I hit like on all of them. I enjoyed it. I said, Rudy, you need to get a grip, man. This obsession you got is going to make... No, it's too late for it to make you crazy. You're already crazy. Your team...
Very much so.
Right, if you were a Steelers fan or a Patriots fan or even a Cowboys fan, you'd make more sense. But you're a Rams fan, Rudy. I'm sorry, but that's just the reality of it. You don't have a leg to stand on. We don't care about...
Hey, Ronbo, here's a trivia for you. Did you know that Joe Namath, you remember Joe Namath, the Hall of Famer?
Yeah. Who could forget Joe?
He got traded to the Rams his last season.
Yeah.
And he, I think he had like no touchdown passes and 6 picks before they pulled him for the year.
Didn't Broadway Joe, he was out there before knee surgeries became as well done as they are now. He was out there limping on one leg.
Yes, sir. He had a lot of surgeries. They
don't make people like that anymore. And actually,
and
that was the time too.
The technology that we have now, then not only would Joe Namath's career be extended, but Gale Sayers would have had a great career.
Ooh. Also,
remember how he tore up his knee and they couldn't fix it.
Gale Sayers, give me 6 inches of daylight, and that's all I need. Gale was not playing. Well, it could have been one of the greatest running backs of all time. Still might be, but Tony.
And in the return game, what Deion Sanders did in the return game, that was Gale Sayers. Go back and look at the film. You see Gale Sayers, you say, dang, that's what Deion did. But Gale Sayers did it before Deion.
That's what's so scary about Deion. Deion, he is what you can't find in the NFL. Hey, you know who might be? The kid that just got picked up and he got number one pick in the draft. Oh no, number 2 pick in the draft. What's that kid's name? That plays both wide receiver and defensive back.
Oh, you're talking about the kid from Colorado. Yeah, he may do it, but we'll see. Because right now they just got him playing all offense in the OTAs.
Well, because you don't want. Oh, is that right? He's
not playing Hunter, Travis Hunter.
Travis, yeah. What I seen him, that clip they showed of him leaping from the floor up high in the, that one he crossed legs. He's in a split position on the pads that are separated for a few feet. And Tony, he switched legs in midair and made it back to both pads. I said to myself, is that a trick?
God-given natural ability.
Is that trick photography? That surpasses what I've seen with Saquon Barkley jumping up in the air backwards over a man's head. I see these guys. These are mutants.
I look at old Jim Brown footage, and I say what you just said. I'm like, is that trick photography? I'm like, that's not a human being. What I just saw. Some of the stuff Jim Brown did.
Do that?
Yeah,
it's not even possible. It goes against all the.
Well, Ronbo, as you see, you talked about it earlier. The Steelers are trying to get serious. So if they fail Aaron Rodgers got all the tools he needs to succeed. Defensively, offensively, offensive line. So let's see what happens.
You know, Aaron's already made given himself an off ramp. Aaron's already said this is his last year. So,
oh, did he?
Yeah, he alluded toward no matter what happens. He said, no matter what happens. But Aaron, this has got a 1-year contract, from what I remember. It may have more.
I think the Steelers are going to be pretty good, though. I really do.
I do too, actually. But I mean, if Aaron fails this time, and he suddenly does look weird out there, I don't know why he's struggling so much.
See,
yeah.
Last year on a 5-12 team, he had 24 touchdowns and 11 interceptions.
Yeah,
those are pedestrian-like numbers for him, but those
for
aren't
him.
Bad numbers.
Yeah. But the Steelers, Tomlinson has the defense is going to support him, and the offense. Man, that's an offense, ain't it? Tony, look what Aaron has to work with.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And now he's got Fryer moved to tight end. He's got that Darnell Washington kid who I wanted in the trade, the 6'7" tight end out of Georgia in his third year. And now they got Jonnu Smith, who I love the 1 year he was in Atlanta. Jonnu Smith had 1,000 yards last year in Miami.
Hey, you know what? And also the Bengals are the Bengals come in there half-stepping this year. There's going to be a problem in Cincinnati next season this time. But that's a good team.
Oh, yeah, Zach Taylor, his job. But it's actually the ownership, Ronbo. But you can't fire the owner. It's the ownership.
That's Jed York made that clear.
Mike Brown. He thinks he's Paul Brown, his daddy, and he's nothing like Paul Brown.
That's a tough division, though. Pittsburgh, Cincinnati, the Ravens, Indy. I don't know what does Indy look like?
Baltimore's going to win that division this year. I really don't, Ronbo. I mean, I'm not saying they're not going to make the playoffs, but I think either Pittsburgh or Cincinnati's going to win that division. That's a tough division.
Yeah. But Cincinnati's got way too much firepower to keep getting beat. Oh, that's an offense.
Exactly.
They still got to sign. They haven't signed that first-round pick of theirs, have they?
Pittsburgh, I think. Oh, Cincinnati, nope. Cincinnati hasn't. And I don't know. Pittsburgh better get on it. Because T.J. Watt is still holding out, Ronbo. He wants more money.
Of course he
I got to see how that's going to play out because ain't nobody really talking about that.
They don't have any more money. You know what? At some point, knowing I'm going to lose my job, I would call those kids in. Listen, can I get you to do me a favor? What?
Restructure.
We don't have any more money. I know you don't want to hear that, and it's not your problem, but it's my problem. Help me out. I'm going to do everything I can to make sure next year, what? Wait, are you leaving? Can you imagine? Oh, my God. Jesus. Those guys get themselves in that position down through the years. Cincinnati deserves everything that goes wrong with them, though. They just been stupid management for years. God.
Now, let me ask you this question. Can you see Pittsburgh possibly trading T.J. Watt?
They might have to. I wouldn't.
Yeah, because Myles Garrett just got that contract extension, so now he wants to be back up there with Myles Garrett.
Tony, I wish we had more time. I could get into league issues with you for hours, man. We got to talk on X too. I mean, let me hold it, bookmark it. I want to go back to who's going to lose who, and I also I want to wonder what Juwan Jennings' situation is not comparable to losing to T.J. Watt, but there's some things that are unfolding that are scary. Boy.
Demarcus Robinson's going to light the Rams up week 5. He's going to light them up because he's bad.
I know. All right, Tony. I'll see you Friday. All right.
All right, sir. You have a good one. I'll talk to you Friday.
Looking forward to it. All right, Tony. Have a great night.
Take care.
You too. Thanks. See, fam, actually, in the grand scheme of things, you assume the 49ers. No, we can't assume that because the 49ers have made some bonehead mistakes. Not monumental. Well, no, but there's been a couple that have had lasting effects on the 49ers and we're still feeling it from the future. We just got to playing D Ford, 2 years ago? How big a mistake was that? All right. we made some draft choices that may have been questionable down through the years, but then every team in the league has probably done that as well. But we still managed to be competitive pretty much ever since Shannon and Lynch had 1 year. The first year when they came in, they had to settle things down, get the personnel in place. Ever since then, though, the 49ers have always – we've had a couple of years where we screwed up and came in last, but it didn't start out that way. Usually every year the 49ers would start out kicking ass and injuries would take place. The only thing that's beaten the 49ers down through the years has not been other teams. It's been injuries, because a fully healthy 49er team will bury you. I mean, they don't care who you are. Ask Aaron Rodgers. Ask the Rams. Ask any team that we've dominated down through the years how hard it is to beat a healthy 49er team. So, health is always a thing. Barack, oh my God. I don't have a piece of straw in my mouth. I need it though. Anyway, this is what I'm talking about. The healthy thing has got to stay in place. But the 49ers seem to, after they've had these devastating years with injuries and had a chance to thoroughly heal up, it usually equates to good things. So maybe, hopefully, the best players on the field can stay out there. And if they do just have minor setbacks, maybe take a week off here and there, because we don't have – the depth is an issue. We are top heavy until we figure out who's actually matured enough to come to the party. So, I tell you, man, it's scary. Knowing what the expectations are and knowing how they're supposed to go to the Super Bowl. And they're getting at that word, 49ers are a must. There's no must. Every week is a must-win game. Get in the playoffs, every playoff game is a must-win. Every game in the playoffs, all the way to the Super Bowl, the Super Bowl is an extremely must-win. That's a lot of stress. Family back Friday, let's talk about that. And, woo! We're going to be fine, though. Try to relax and enjoy football season. Holiday season in combination with football season. You shouldn't be crying all the time. Maybe get some sedatives and put in a cabinet if you might need those. Or, I don't want to encourage doing drugs, but a little herbal essence is not a bad thing. Well, I'll see you Friday, fam. Oh, I love hanging out with you. Please, don't forget to subscribe. I want to be able to find you in another couple of days. We'll see you then. Niners! Yes, Brian.